Good day and greetings to the conference organizer and participants. My name is Diyana Yusoff from Universiti Teknologi Mara. Today I will present our study entitled Bridging the Protection Gap Micro-Takaful Purchase Intention Among Low-Income Working Adults. This study examined the role of micro-takaful knowledge and perceived affordability in financial protection decisions. Let me begin with the reason this study matters. Bank Negara Malaysia reported that only 1 in 4 working adults from lower income households had life insurance or family takaful coverage. By comparison, the rate among working adults generally was almost 6 in 10. This means that the lower income households, despite being financially vulnerable, are considerably less protected against illness, disability, death, and loss of income. Financial inclusion must therefore extend beyond saving and financing to include appropriate and affordable financial protections. Why micro-takaful matters? Micro-takaful offer one possible response to these protection gaps. It provides a basic Sharia-compliant financial protection through mutual assistance, simplified terms, and relatively affordable contributions. It is particularly relevant to underserved and lower-income communities. However, an important distinction must be made. Be Making micro-takaful product available does not automatically mean that consumer will purchase them. This leads to our research problem. Low-income consumer may understand the value of micro-takaful, but still hesitate when the required contribution feel financially burdensome. Product availability and knowledge may therefore be insufficient when affordability is constrained. This study focuses on whether knowledge helps consumer form purchase intention and whether perceived affordability makes that intention more financially realistic. The main aim was to examine how micro-takaful knowledge and perceived affordability relates to purchase intention among low-income working adults in the Klang Valley. The study had three objectives. First is to examine the relationship between micro-takaful knowledge and purchase intention. Second, to examine the relationship between perceived affordability and purchase intention. And thirdly is to identify which factor makes stronger contributions. The conceptual framework contains two independent variables, which is micro-takaful knowledge and perceived affordability. The dependent variable is micro-takaful purchase intention. Each one proposed that micro-takaful knowledge has a significant positive relationship with purchase intentions. Each two proposed that perceived affordability had a significant positive relationship with the purchase intention. These relationships are supported by the theory of planned behavior, particularly the role of perceived ability in forming behavioral intentions. A quantitative cross-sectional research design was employed. The respondents were working adults from B40 household in the Klang Valley. Purposive sampling was used because respondents had to meet the study eligibility requirement. Data were collected through a structured questionnaire using a 5-point Likert scale. With a total of 171 valid responses were analyzed using IBM SPSS Statistic version 29. The analysis include descriptive statistic, reliability analysis, Pearson correlation, and multiple linear regression. The sample was relatively balanced by gender, with 53.2% females and 46.8% males. The largest age group was 35 to 44 years, representing 31.6% of respondents. More than half were married, and 55.6% worked full-time. The largest monthly household income group earned between 3,000 and 3,999, while 52% live in a household with 4 to 5 members. Overall, the sample represented a working age adult from low-income household in the Klang Valley. All three measurement scales demonstrated good internal consistency. All Cronbach alpha value exceeded the recommended threshold of 0.7. Knowledge recorded the highest mean of 3.85, followed by affordability at 3.67 and purchase intention at 3.58. Therefore, respondents generally reported favorable level across all three constructs. The correlation result show that both factors were significantly associated with the purchase intention. Micro-Takaful knowledge had a positive correlation of 0.412 with purchase intention. Perceived affordability recorded a stronger positive correlation of 0.588, and knowledge and affordability were also positively correlated at 0.605. Our relationship was significantly at p below 0.001. Therefore, both factors mattered at the bivariate level, but affordability showed the stronger relationship with purchase intention. The regression analysis produced the study main finding. The overall model was statistically significant and explained 35% of the variance in the purchase intention. Perceived affordability was a significant positive predictor with a standardized beta of 0.534 and p below 0.001. In contrast, micro-Takaful knowledge was not significant after affordability was controlled. Its beta was 0.089 with a p-value of 0.258. Therefore, we can see here that H1 was not supported, while H2 was supported. Perceived affordability was the stronger predictor in the model. The knowledge finding does not mean that knowledge is unimportant. Knowledge was positively correlated with the purchase intention when examined independently. It helps consumers understand product benefits, coverage, and claim procedure. However, knowledge did not make a significant unique contribution once affordability was considered. Low-income consumer may understand micro-takaful but remain hesitant when contribution compete with the expenses that they need to pay for their food, for their transportation, for the educations, and also other essential expenses. Affordability, therefore, makes purchase intention more financially realistic. The results have several strategic implications for Takaful operators. Consumer education should be combined with financially manageable product design. Operator could offer a smaller periodic contribution, which include flexible payment arrangements and tiered coverage plan for households with different financial capacities. Product terms, benefits, exclusions, claim procedure should also be communicated more clearly and more transparently in order to attract them to buy. The main principle is to design micro-takaful around the actual financial circumstances of low-income households. For policymaker, expanding product access is the only first step. Awareness programs should be paired with affordability focused intervention. Product design should consider differences in household income, number of dependents, essential expenditure, and income stability. Closing the protection gap requires cooperation among consumer, takaful operators, policymakers, community organizations, and financial education providers. Conclusions. Both knowledge and perceived affordability were positively associated with the purchase intention. However, only perceived affordability made a significant unique contribution in the regression analysis. The central message is that product knowledge alone may be insufficient for financially constrained households. In order to strengthen the micro-takaful purchase intention, education must be combined with the manageable contributions, flexibility, transparency, and protection suited to the low-income household needs. Thank you very much for your attention. To conclude, this study highlights that expanding micro-takaful participation requires more than simply increasing product awareness. Low-income consumers may also perceive the required contribution as reasonable and manageable within their household budgets. We hope this finding will support Takaful operators, policymakers, and financial education providers in developing protection products that are accessible, affordable, transparent, and responsive to the actual needs of lower income households. Ultimately, meaningful financial inclusions should ensure that financial protection is not merely available, but realistically attainable by the communities that need it the most. Thank you once again for your time. I hope you find this presentation informative. Thank you.